What do you think his name is?
Oh, that's good.
Daryl.
Daryl, I love that. I mean, this is so unexpected. Daryl. I think it's Daryl.
Yeah, he was.
I know, I can't see anything else.
Yeah.
My name is Jaymee Sire. I'm a TV host with an appetite for adventure and good food. Some of my fondest memories happened right here in Pullman, Washington. It's been a few years since my last visit, so I decided to see what's new in my beloved college town. This is Back Home with Jaymee Sire. Sadly, we've reached the end of my Pullman homecoming, but I still had a big day ahead, so I kicked it off at Roost.
What a cute little spot. I heard they have good coffee and breakfast here, and I'm in need of both, so let's go check it out.
Roost is the place for locals and students to sit down for a cup of coffee or breakfast. Now, I'm not usually a sweets person, but the pastries are freshly baked in-house every morning, so I of course had to try the almond croissant along with my usual order of cold brew and avocado toast.
Oh, wow, thank you. Wow, that looks beautiful. Ooh, thank you. That looks delicious too. Thank you. Perfectly poached egg. Love that we've got some everything bagel seasoning here. All right. I love avocado toast. I know it's super basic, but I don't care. And they also brought me a little treat, so let's try the almond croissant. Ooh. Oh, wow. That was like dessert right there. Whew, that was delicious. And I think it's time for some retail therapy. Let's go.
Back in my college days, I never really took the time to explore much beyond campus, but as it turns out, downtown Pullman has a lot going on. There's everything from gift shops to a secondhand bookstore to this cute clothing boutique that would have come in very handy while I was in school. A bike shop, and my personal favorite, a place that sells everything you could possibly need for a girls' night in.
Ooh, Huckleberry. I love all things Huckleberry. Oh, and it's Paradise Creek. We're headed there later.
And by later, I mean right now. Paradise Creek Trailside Tap Room is also the home of Miss Huddy's Barbecue. Tim and Molly Schatzko founded Miss Huddy's a few years ago, and to say they've been popular is an understatement. My lunch companion is someone who knows all about what's going on in Pullman, my mentor, Glenn Johnson. Not only was Glenn a longtime professor at WSU, he's also a staple of Cougar athletics and served as Pullman's mayor for 2 decades.
Let's take it back to my first days, my early days at WSU. I mean, do you remember
I remember
me?
when you first walked in, because when you said, I've been working at this Montana television station. I'm going like, wow, and you're like a freshman coming in.
Yeah.
You were always special in the class, and that's why you were a teaching assistant. And I mean, some of us can recognize talent right away.
You're still hanging around Pullman, but you're no longer the mayor.
No, I did 5 terms, 20 years, and now I have a do not disturb between 10 and 6.
You've learned.
Never had that one on before.
Are you enjoying your time off, or are you bored?
Well, no, I'm very happy to be retired, seeing former students and having some great barbecue.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Tim and Molly opened just for us, and I was so excited to try some new food with an old friend. They really pulled out all the stops. We had ribs, brisket, pulled pork, homemade sausage, and the juiciest smoked turkey I've ever had. And that doesn't even cover the sides. And this banana pudding, maybe my favorite of all time. But as eager as we were to dive in, I was curious what they love most about what they do.
The cool thing about a food cart is we cooked it and we get to have that interaction. We're in a typical restaurant. The chefs are back in the kitchen. They never get to see.
Right.
Well, we get to give bites and we get to watch their reaction to see if they like it.
So whatever, it's their
that's
favorite
a really
part.
fun thing.
Should we take a bite? I mean, I'll just get in there. I don't know. You gotta get
that's
that
a
one.
money bite?
Yeah,
Money
that's
bite?
the money bite.
Okay, I'll do it for
Cheers.
you. Cheers. Ooh,
Oh wow,
that is so tender.
that's money. That was so good.
Oh, that is.
That was incredible.
As someone who's actually eaten barbecue in Texas, I'll be honest, I was completely blown away by this little food truck right here in Pullman, Washington.
So, I mean, why Pullman? Like, why is this the spot that you landed and never left?
Well, if Miss Huddy's was here in '79, it would. But no, it's not, a overcrowded metropolitan area. Population of 35,000. We've got everything here you want. Got a major university, major attractions, great education. So no, it's a beautiful community, and people actually know each other, and we talk to each other.
Well, that is unless there's a pile of delicious barbecue on the table.
What are you most looking forward to?
This is talk about this is the best part of retirement right here.
Right here?
I had time. I could have been in a committee meeting.
Funny enough, my next stop was with another old friend, Candace Baltz. We TA'd together in Glenn's class, and these days she owns a pair of pottery studios. Terracotta is a great spot for people of all skill levels. They offer classes, as well as space for those already familiar with clay. I, however, am new to this, but the instructors really made this such a fun experience. I could probably use a few more lessons. Fine by me, because working with clay was very therapeutic. Well, here it is, my final stop. The Black Cypress is a fine dining restaurant with Mediterranean-inspired cuisine. Now that might sound kind of hoity-toity for a small town, but the food is top-notch and the restaurant is so inviting. Whether you're having a cocktail at the bar or celebrating a special occasion over dinner, everyone is welcome, and we had quite the crew for our last meal. You remember Tony and Glenn, and new to me were Marie Dimkowski and Alexis Ferran from the Pullman Chamber of Commerce, along with Nick Patilionis, owner of Black Cypress. As you can already guess, the food here is something else, and that's no secret here in Pullman. But last year, recognition jumped to a national level when Black Cypress received a nomination for the prestigious James Beard Awards.
It was a nomination for hospitality, correct?
Yeah.
How I would imagine that's even more special than getting it for food.
That's culture.
As a Greek,
That's culture.
as a Greek in
It's hard.
particular, yeah. I take a lot of pride in that. Anthony Bourdain went and ate in Greece at one point. He was talking to some Greeks there, and they were talking about food and everything else, and he'd said something, and the response was to him, "Don't tell me what you ate, tell me who you ate it with." So that's why our food too is meant to be simple, not ostentatious, but truly leave room for this, just people communing. And that's hospitality to me.
Yeah.
The passion for this town was already so apparent in this conversation, but I just had to ask the question, why Pullman?
We are a small town with all those small town sort of feels, but with the university, we have this culture that brings us into that, what you say, that sort of worldly, if you will, community. And so we have the culture, we have, the athletics, the education, the hospital and the medical, and the beautiful restaurants, and the food and the agriculture and all the things that come together.
I thought it was like I was at that point in my life where I was still traveling, experiencing different things, and I thought this would be just another mark in that. And then mid-30s, I'm like, what am I going to go look for? It's all here. Why would I go anywhere else? I found it here of all places.
Yeah.
That's how you experience
Completely.
coming.
I mean, this place came to us at a wonderful time because we travel a lot, and I've been welcomed with open arms. My family and I are thriving. And it's because of people who have a passion for this community and are welcomed home, even when they may not be from here. And the passion that they have for this area is something I've never seen before in my life.
I know.
We need you back here, Jamie. You gotta move back.
Apparently.
Pullman will forever hold a special place in my heart. I love the sweeping natural beauty with rolling hills and breathtaking sunsets, the pace of life, where everything seems to be just 5 minutes away. But the biggest draw for me is the people. Their warmth and genuine love for this place is undeniable. These past 3 days have been a blast. In some ways, it feels like I was discovering this wonderful town for the first time, but in other ways, it's like I never left. All I know is it was good to be back home.
I was looking to belong.